What we do know about today is that we are in a big, big fire danger area. The entire state of Washington, I feel, might be close to being on fire.
Well, they evacuated the Walmart in North Wenatchee because big
Ooh.
issues up there, big fire burning up in that area.
Huge fire. We have Devin Helland with us today in the studio. He is with Benton County Fire, District 1. He's the PIO. Devin's been around the block a lot of years doing fire information for our region. So, Devin, I'm pretty glad that you are here today to talk to us about fire danger in our area.
Thanks for having me.
What do you know about Wenatchee? We know 24 homes have been destroyed so far. That's kind of the count I hear.
Yeah, I've been tied up a little bit around here with our own problems, but yeah, it sounds like 24 homes have gone. It's gone over 3,000 acres. Embers are going into the town and starting warehouses and buildings on fire down there. So it's a really, really bad situation down there.
So it just seems like that area of the state hardly gets a year that goes by without major fires. I've been up there when they're happening, like over the lake, like Lake Chelan, and the ashes are dropping down on you. It's nasty.
Yeah, they have a lot different terrain. They have much bigger fuels. You know, they got the big trees and the forests and all that, which we don't have, luckily. We've got cheatgrass and the shrubs and stuff like that. But yeah, they've got a lot to burn, and they've gotten no rain over there and no snowpack, so they're in a tinderbox.
It is really bad. All right, in our situation right now, we have a fire going on out of Findlay. What's the latest there?
As of this morning, it was about 70% contained. We have a Type 3 incident management team on the ground. We bring in Type 3 teams at the point where local resources are spent. Saturday when it started, we had all our mutual aid, all our automatic aid that was already out there. We were out there till 11, 12 at night with initial attack, basically. So at that point, we have no resources to fall back on. So we call in for a state mode, ask the State Patrol to authorize it. They'll bring in a Type 3 team, which they did Saturday afternoon, and then we transition over, and that way we get more help from other parts of the state or Oregon or wherever they bring the teams in from.
Mm-hmm. Well, back there about Wenatchee, do you think that firefighters from our region here in the Benton-Franklin County area will go to Wenatchee?
Once we get ours buttoned up and everything, I have no doubt that we'll be asked to provide some kind of help through strike teams or individual resources, whatever they may need. I'm sure the call will come into us.
Yeah. So we have different terrain, that's for sure. We have this arid land here instead of the forest. So what are the conditions in our area right now that you already know, for example, that this is a bad fire time? This is bad season, early season for fire.
Right. It's obviously very dry. We didn't get much rain over the spring. Pretty typical for our area. But with the drought and the least amount of rain that we got over the winter time, we still got enough rain to grow new cheatgrass and help the fuel grow. And we still have the fuels from last year as well that didn't burn. So it does not take much at all to light something on fire. Just like you're seeing in Wenatchee, it's just embers that are catching these big warehouses in the middle of town on fire. So that's all it takes. If somebody's out doing a control burn, having a little campfire outside, they think no harm, no foul, but those embers go up in the air and travel a little ways and into the neighbor's pasture or into some BLM land or something like that, and you've destroyed people's lives after that.
What are the biggest threats? I mean, we had some really windy, lots of wind last night.
Right.
What kind of threats do we have?
Well, we're in a red flag warning right now. So red flag warning just basically means these are peak conditions for fire spread. So if we don't have a fire start, we're good. As soon as a fire starts, it's really bad conditions for us. The winds are up, the humidity's down. Obviously the fuels are all dried out. We haven't had any rain. There's no moisture in the ground. So it's going to take off. What causes fires? Two things: Mother Nature and her lightning shows, and humans.
Humans. What kinds of things humans are they doing that they probably should not be doing right now?
Well, there's no burning, so they shouldn't be doing any controlled burning. People go out to work on their cars or something, use a grinder and cause sparks, and they think they have a clear enough area around their place, but a spark goes off a little ways, catches something, and fire is kind of like water, it just takes the easiest path and consumes anything in its path. So it really, I don't know how to stress, it really doesn't take much in these conditions to start a fire.
If you've got a question or a comment you want to make about our discussion today about fire danger, go ahead and give us a call. Our number is 547-8726. All right, what about off-road vehicles? I mean, we have got a lot of roadway out there that's just been kind of dug into the hillsides, and probably not a good idea to be out on some of those.
Right. Most off-road vehicles, four-wheel drives or motorbikes, ATVs, they'll come with spark arresters, which stops any kind of flames coming out of the exhaust. If they don't have that, we've had them start fires before. So yeah, it's like I say, it does not take much. Even if your car breaks down or you're having problems or you need to pull over for one reason or another, if you pull over onto a shoulder that's got some cheatgrass that's grown up in there, your catalytic converter underneath your car runs 1,200-1,300 degrees. That will definitely start it on fire.
Mm-hmm. What about fireworks? I mean, that just seems like a no-brainer, but sometimes people display that they have no brain.
Yeah, fireworks is an interesting thing. This is a pretty small community in the Tri-Cities, and it seems that each little part has their own little rules on fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
In unincorporated Benton County, it's very specific on what fireworks. If you buy your fireworks in West Richland, they're not legal in Benton County. If you buy them in Burbank, they're not legal in Burbank. So the rule is, wherever you buy your fireworks, that's where you light them off at. Don't go buy them somewhere else and bring them back. Anything aerial, anything smoke bombs or spinners on the ground, anything like that's all illegal in unincorporated Benton County. And yeah, those things will start a fire in a heartbeat.
So if we happen to look across a field right now and we see something burning, nothing should be burning. No one should be burning anything. Is that correct?
No, we're at extreme fire danger right now, so there should be no burning whatsoever.
No agricultural burning.
The agriculture, the only way they can burn right now is getting a permit from the fire chiefs.
Okay, all right. And that's a different situation than normal?
No, that's normal in these conditions.
In these conditions?
Right.
Okay, all right. Okay, so if we see something, of course, the first thing we need to do is call 911.
Absolutely. The sooner we can get there, the sooner we have a good chance of getting in control of it before it goes on and takes out your neighbors or a farmer's crops or anything like that.
Yeah.
So people have to understand they can be held responsible if they start a fire and it takes out buildings and houses, cars, whatever it is. They can be held responsible for that.
Ooh, financially, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's good information. Devin Helen, thank you so much from the Benton County Fire District 1 PIO. Man, I wish you the best of luck and all of the other people out there fighting fires.
Usually we don't have a shortage of water. Obviously, if we're in town, we get our water off the hydrants.
Okay, so
Yeah, the water shortage doesn't bother us. I mean, there's times we've drained people's pools to get water. So
Yeah.
we'll find water. Farmers have water tanks out there that we siphon off of and use. And so when it comes to emergencies, I would think water for us would take precedent over other stuff.
is top priority. Good to hear that. Devin, thank you so much. I appreciate coming in and sharing this information with us, and I'll try to be a lot more careful over the rest of the summer. That is a long period of time.